The Owlbear, a monstrous woodland creature with a massive appetite and a fearless demeanor. Equally content hunting alone and in groups of 2 to 6, killing anything it finds up to and including a full-sized horse. Novice adventurers are advised to keep the main roads and avoid venturing into the woods, as these beasts are more than capable of taking out an entire party in less than 60 seconds. Most owlbears are hunted by skilled adventurers for a bounty, as they are largely considered a danger and a nuisance. Despite the efforts of countless hunters, the owlbear population stubbornly refuses to dwindle. Owlbears are a common staple of ancient mythology, making appearances in many fables and legends as brutish and unstoppable monsters. Owlbears are almost always depicted as villains and pests, with the only exception being the ancient elvish epics. Elves see owlbears as guardians, demigods, spirit guides, and in many elvish cultures as farriers of the dead. Although the exact origin of the owlbear remains unknown, there are 2 theories which are generally accepted by most. Arcane scholars claim that the owlbear was created by a mad wizard who sought to create a new creature out of a bear and a giant owl. Disdain for this creature is far-reaching. Professor Zarshul Ravenshadow famously said the following during a public lecture on the topic.
The only good thing about owlbears is that the wizard who created them is probably dead.
The second theory regarding the owlbear's origin comes from the High Elves, who insist the creature has been roaming the world for thousands of years after arriving from the Feywild. Owlbears are common sights on sigils of prominent elvish houses, and it is not uncommon to find life-size carvings of the creatures on the gates leading into elvish settlements. On average, owlbears stand just under 3 meters and weigh in at over 50 stone, about 4 times as heavy as an average human and nearly 40% taller. Although the owlbear is most likely a hybrid of the 2 species, it seems to favor bear-like features with a few exceptions. Owlbears have keen dark vision and a slightly more limited range of neck motion. They also build nests and lay eggs, unlike their bear cousins. Owlbears also do not hibernate, although they are notably slower and less aggressive during the winter months. Some species of owlbear still possess small wings, but due to their large size are incapable of flight. It is unknown at this time if the presence of these wings in certain species of owlbears is the result of arcane manipulation or if the mutation occurs naturally by chance. Owlbears typically live in woodland settings, usually taking up residence in small caves and building small nests out of the bones of past meals. Owlbear burrows are littered with bones and smell distinctly of rotting flesh. Unperceptive adventurers may find themselves wandering directly into a sleeping owlbear den, a mistake which is seldom repeated. Although owlbears are fearless killing machines who will stop at nothing to get their next meal, under proper circumstances some minor forms of domestication and control are possible. Wood elves commonly attract owlbears to their homes, using the wild creatures as a natural repellent for unwelcome guests. Frontier villages and woodland townships have been known for muzzling owlbears and using them as beasts of burden for tasks they deem unworthy of their horses and mules. Orcs and ogres are also well known for keeping owlbears as fearsome pets, at times even opting to use them as mounts. In the words of Estrada Lem,
"He that commands the owlbear commands fear and death itself."
Owlbears are typically nocturnal, utilizing their dark vision and keen senses to prey with horrifying efficiency. Owlbears move very quickly when approaching their prey, choosing speed over stealth as they loudly close in on their next meal. Owlbears are immensely strong. Their thick muscular limbs are covered in feathers and fur that act as a natural armor against all manner of attacks. Massive claws and a razor-sharp beak cut into hapless victims, slashing and piercing as these natural weapons deal massive damage. Backing away from a fight with an owlbear is extremely difficult, and in most cases, it is either kill or be killed. When engaging with an owlbear, be aware of its massive strength at close range, and try to keep as much distance from the owlbear's claws and beak as possible. If you must engage at a close range, attack the creature on its sides and back, as it is less capable of attacking you and has a harder time seeing it. More foolhardy adventurers may attempt to ride an owlbear, although they are quickly made aware that in a strength contest, very few win against an owlbear. Escape plans can include distracting the creature with raw meat that is less likely to put up a fight, attempting to find a large body of water. Most owlbears are terrible swimmers, or using a few specific spells or items. Owlbears are very sensitive to light, sound, and smell, so any spell or item that generates one or more of these effects might help give you a moment of confusion for the owlbear in which you can escape his clutches. The typical owlbear has brown fur and amber-colored eyes. Although much like regular bears, there are a great deal of variety in body shape, fur color, and head shape. More extreme variations include the white-furred woolly owlbears in the snowy north, and the perching owlbears who live in massive tree limbs. The owlbear is a vicious killer with an unending appetite for flesh. Challenging alone and deadly in large packs, these creatures are not to be trifled with by novice adventurers. It is my sincerest hope that this information is of some value to you, and should you encounter an owlbear in your travels, you will survive unharmed using the knowledge you have gained today. Best of luck in your journeys, and safe travels, adventurer.